Hey everyone, welcome back to channel. Today we're diving into a piece of Australian coin history, the 1981 Australian 50-cent coin. You might have one lying around and wonder if it's worth more than 50 cents. Stick around as we explore its background, rarity, and most importantly, its value today in the collector's market. First, let's talk about the basics of this coin. The 1981 50-cent coin is part of Australia's decimal currency system, introduced in 1966. It features the Australian coat of arms on one side and Queen Elizabeth II's portrait on the other. The coin has a unique dodecagon or 12-sided shape that makes it stand out among most other coins around the world. Now, the year 1981 is interesting because it marks a time when Australia wasn't actually minting coins domestically. Due to high demand and limited minting capacity, the Royal Australian Mint outsourced production to both the Royal Mint in London and the Royal Canadian Mint. That's why if you look closely, you'll see there are variations in the 1981 50-cent coins. Here's where it gets interesting. In 1981, around 33.5 million 50-cent coins were minted in total. The London Mint produced the majority of these, but there were also coins produced by the Canadian Mint. While they may look similar at a glance, there are small differences in the design details that distinguish them from each other, including the size of the dots around the rim of the coin. These tiny differences make one type slightly rarer and more desirable to some collectors. Alright, let's get down to what everyone is curious about: the value. On the surface, the 1981 50-cent coin is generally worth its face value, but certain factors can add to its value for collectors. The coin's condition is key, so let's break down the approximate value based on different grading levels. For circulated coins, you're usually looking at face value, meaning 50 cents. If it's in fine condition, it could be worth around $1. In very fine condition, it may be valued between $1 and $2. Extremely fine and uncirculated versions, which are quite rare, can go for anywhere from $2 to as much as $10. However, if you happen to have a mint condition coin, particularly one from the Canadian Mint, you might find collectors willing to pay a premium. Now, if you're wondering how to determine your coin's value, check for signs of wear and tear. A coin in uncirculated or mint state will have no visible wear and is much more valuable than a circulated coin. It's also a good idea to look for any unique markings which could indicate a Canadian Mint. Using a magnifying glass can help you examine the finer details, and if you're not sure, consider taking your coin to a local coin shop or appraiser. They can often give you an accurate assessment of its condition and worth. Before we wrap up, here are a couple of fun facts. Did you know the 50-cent coin is one of the largest coins still in circulation in Australia, measuring 31.65 mm in diameter? And the original 50-cent coin from 1966 was actually made of silver, but it was quickly withdrawn due to rising silver prices. So, is the 1981 Australian 50-cent coin worth more than face value? In general, yes, but only if you have one in excellent condition or one with rare mint characteristics. Still, it's a beautiful piece of Australian history and a must-have for any collector. Coins that have been used in everyday transactions and show wear from handling. Common scuffs, scratches, or slight fading of design details. Typically face value or just above it. Moderate wear, but all major. May have more noticeable scratches or discoloration, but the design remains intact. Value can be around $3 million depending on rarity. Slightly worn with clear details, though finer details may be faded. Fewer scratches and a cleaner, more appealing appearance. Very minimal wear with most details visible. Edges are sharp, and only minor imperfections can be seen. Sharp edges, bright luster, and intricate details are fully the highest possible value for that coin, ranging from $5 to $10 or more, especially if it's rare or from a unique mint. Like the Canadian Mint version of the 1981 50-cent coin. The 1981 Australian 50-cent coin has an intriguing history rooted in Australia's unique approach to coinage. Here's an overview of the story behind it. In 1966, Australia moved from the British-based pound system to the decimal currency system. This switch introduced new coin denominations, including the 50-cent coin. The original 50-cent coin from 1966 was unique. It was round and made of 80% silver. However, due to rising silver prices, it was quickly withdrawn, making it one of the most sought-after Australian coins today. The 12-sided shape and copper-nickel alloy. In 1969, the Australian 50-cent coin was reintroduced with A. The coin's composition was also changed to copper-nickel, removing silver to keep production costs down. The 50-cent coin design includes the Australian coat of arms, showcasing a kangaroo and emu, two animals significant to Australia's identity. By 1981, Australia's minting facilities faced a high demand for coins and a need to scale production quickly. To meet demand, the Royal Australian Mint outsourced production to both the Royal Mint in London and the Royal Canadian Mint in Winnipeg. This was not uncommon for countries needing to supplement their coin production, but it created a unique scenario in Australia. Both the Canadian and London mints produced Australian 50-cent coins, resulting in subtle design variations between the two. Despite having the same general design, coins from different mints had slight differences in detail. Collectors note that the Canadian minted coins feature slightly larger dots around the edge and different tooling characteristics. Although these design differences are subtle, they have made the Canadian minted 1981 50-cent coin a point of interest for collectors, as it adds a layer of rarity to an otherwise common coin. Today, the 1981 50-cent coin remains in circulation in Australia, primarily at face value. However, its historical context as a coin produced outside Australia and a part of the nation's outsourced minting history gives it extra appeal for collectors. Well-preserved or uncirculated versions, especially those from the Canadian Mint, are now valued higher by collectors for both their condition and their unique place in Australia's numismatic history. This 1981 coin tells the story of a nation adapting to the challenges of minting currency, relying on international partnerships and marking a distinctive point in Australia's numismatic journey.